Very good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha Television. I am Aishwarya Kapoor with you and here are this morning's headlines. SP rules out alliance with RLD in Uttar Pradesh, a formal pact with Congress likely to be announced today. Delhi Police Commissioner Alok Kumar Verma appointed as new CBI Director will have fixed tenure of 2 years. Daylong strike called by various organizations in support of Jallikattu and Tamil Nadu Advocates to boycott courts. AIADMK delegation to meet Home Minister. Donald Trump to be sworn in as the 45th President of the United States pledges to unify America. Executive orders on Obamacare, Islamic State and immigration likely on first day in office. And India back 3-match ODI series against England with a 15-run win in Cuttack. Yuvraj Singh, Mahendra Dhoni centuries sealed the victory for the hosts. Well, first up, news from the election-bound states. Well, the Samajwadi Party is likely to release its list of candidates today. Well, it is also likely to release its manifesto for the upcoming elections in the state. Well, nominations for the second phase of elections will begin today with the notification being announced. 67 constituencies spread over 11 districts in western Uttar Pradesh will go to polls in the second phase to be held on 15th of February. Well, in all likelihood, an alliance between the Samajwadi Party and the Congress is also likely to be announced. Now, this comes amid reports that RLD has refused to be a part of the alliance with the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh, where reports say that a faction of the Apna Dal has also shown interest in an alliance with the SP Congress combine.
Political parties in Uttar Pradesh are racing against time to firm up electoral alliances in the state. With the first phase of elections barely 3 weeks away, the Samajwadi Party and the Congress have announced their agreement could be finalized in a day or two. However, suspense continues on the potential third element in the equation. The RLD, led by Ajit Singh, says it's yet to receive a proposal for an electoral pact.
समाजवादी पार्टी ने कोई बात नहीं की. समाजवादी पार्टी ने करीब 2 महीने पहले शिवपाल यादव जी आए थे, मुलायम सिंह जी ने बात की थी, अभी 1 हफ्ते पहले अखिलेश यादव ने भी बात की, पर उसके बाद कोई गठबंधन की बात नहीं. कहते हैं कि भाई कांग्रेस बात करे, हमसे किसी ने आज तक बात ही नहीं की है.
Samajwadi Party leaders are, however, ruling out an alliance with the RLD. The party's thinking is that it could alienate the Muslim community on account of the Muzaffarnagar issue and its strained relations with the Jat community.
कांग्रेस का साथ बातचीत भी हो चुका है. अलायंस केवल कांग्रेस का साथ होगा. देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश का जो विधानसभा चुनाव 2017 में बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चुनाव है. सारा हिंदुस्तान देख रहा है उत्तर प्रदेश में क्या होगा, और हम लोग का लक्ष्य है केवल 2017 नहीं 2019 में ही है. इसलिए कांग्रेस का साथ हम लोग गठबंधन किया कि 2017 में सत्ता पुनराय अखिलेश जी मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे.
Both the Samajwadi Party and the Congress are in talks for the seats their candidates will contest. Sources say that while the SP is expected to contest over 300 seats, the Congress is likely to be offered about 85 seats. The party, however, wants the number to be pushed up to 100. The other sticking point is a list of non-negotiable seats. While the SP has a list of 290 such seats, the Congress has 15. Sources say a decision could be announced by Friday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And on to news from the other poll-bound state of Uttarakhand. And filing of nominations for the Uttarakhand elections will begin today with the issue of notification. While the last date of filing nominations is 27th of January and the scrutiny will take place on the 30th of this month. While a withdrawal of the candidates is the 1st of February. And polling for the 70 assembly seats will take place in a single phase on 15th of February. Counting of votes will be held on 11th of March. And Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi and other senior members of the Election Commission visited Uttarakhand to review the poll preparations and also security arrangements ahead of the polls on 15th of February. Well, our correspondent Nav Vikram Singh spoke exclusively to the Chief Election Commissioner. Let's take a listen.
उत्तराखंड में चुनाव की तैयारियों का जायजा लेने के लिए आए हुए हैं मुख्य चुनाव आयुक्त नसीम जैदी साहब. सर, यहाँ आप लोगों की मीटिंग हुई, 2 दिन मीटिंग चली, क्या यहाँ पर मुख्य चुनौतियां आपके सामने हैं?
देखिए, यहाँ पर जो हमने पूरे 2 दिन चर्चा करी उसमें मुख्यतः 3-4 चुनौतियां हैं। एक तो चुनौती जो सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज और विभिन्न माध्यमों से हमें मालूम पड़ा, वो है यहाँ पे शराब का वितरण और उसका उपयोग, दुरुपयोग हमारी निर्वाचन प्रक्रिया में। और तो उसको रोकने के लिए हमने यहाँ पर राज्य प्रशासन को और अपने मशीनरी को कहा है कि वो आगामी 4-5 दिनों में उस मशीनरी को बहुत तेजी से काम कराएं और उसके अच्छे परिणाम प्राप्त करें। दूसरा यहाँ का जो मुख्य इशू उठाया गया है वो ये है कि मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का यहाँ पे कड़ाई से पालन किया जाए। खास तौर पर जो ये विज्ञापन होर्डिंग्स लग रहे हैं उसमें सभी लोगों को समान अवसर प्रदान हो, और इसके लिए हमने एक व्यवस्था बनाई है। सभी जिला मजिस्ट्रेटों और म्युनिसिपल अथॉरिटीज को निर्देश दिए हैं कि वे फर्स्ट कम फर्स्ट बेसिस पर और समान अवसर प्रदान करें सभी पार्टी और कैंडिडेट्स को।
यहाँ पर बहुत तेजी से अदला बदली हो रही है राजनीतिक दलों में। कांग्रेस के लोग बीजेपी में, और खासतौर पर एक अगर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी की बात करें कांग्रेस के, काफी लोग चुनाव के वक्त बीजेपी में। आचार संहिता का क्या उल्लंघन नहीं है या इन पर कोई कार्रवाई कर सकता है?
जो निर्वाचित सदस्य हैं उनके बारे में एंटी डिफेक्शन एक्ट बना हुआ है। जो निर्वाचित नहीं है, जो एक पार्टी से दूसरी पार्टी में जा रहे हैं, वो आयोग के कार्य क्षेत्र से बाहर हैं।
शुक्रिया सर हमसे बात करने के लिए। तो आप देख सकते हैं कि मुख्य चुनाव आयुक्त का साफ कहना है कि उत्तराखंड पर्वतीय इलाका है और यहां पर शांतिपूर्ण और ज्यादा से ज्यादा मत प्रतिशत बढ़े, ये आयोग की कोशिश है। कैमरामैन संतोष यादव के साथ नवविक्रम सिंह, राज्यसभा टीवी, देहरादून।
More news from Uttarakhand. Well, the Congress has raised questions over the combined commanders conference being held in poll-bound state on 21st of January. Well, the party has accused the Prime Minister of taking undue political advantage by using the armed forces. Well, Chief Minister Harish Rawat alleged that the Prime Minister was attempting to breach the Election Commission's directive against using meetings of officials for political gains. Well, Rawat also wondered why the Commanders' Conference of 2016 was being held now, and that too in a poll-bound state which honours soldiers. He also said that such a meeting should be held in places like Pathankot or Uri or in Jammu and Kashmir or any other operational area. Rawat also alleged that the meeting was being held in the state to divert the attention of ex-servicemen in the state from OROP. And the full bench of the Election Commission, led by Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi, will be on a 3-day visit to poll-bound Goa from today to the 22nd of this month. Well, the team of EC officials will be reviewing a poll preparedness and hold a series of meetings with election officers, State Chief Secretary, State Finance Secretary as well as Director General of Police. Well, Zaidi will also interact with representatives of BJP, Congress, NCP and the Maharashtra-Wadi Gomantak Party, which are recognized political parties. Well, polling in the coastal state will be held on 4th of February for 40 assembly seats.
Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh.
And the Election Commission has sought details from the government over procedure followed to delay the presentation of the Union Budget in 2012. Well, the centre has also to file its response by today. The Election Commission has sought details on the process involved in preparing and presenting the Union Budget. The opposition parties had approached the Election Commission seeking postponement of the budget till after the Assembly elections to 5 states. On 10th of January, the government had replied to the Commission on the opposition complaint defending its decision to advance the budget session. The government also rejected the opposition's charge that the budget will influence voters. The centre had also said that the advancing of the budget presentation was necessary as it would ensure that all the budgetary provisions are allocated to different sectors from 1st of April this year, the beginning of the new fiscal. Now, big story coming in from Tamil Nadu, where normal life in the state is likely to be hit today, as well as various organizations have called for a day-long strike to express solidarity with the mass protest by the students demanding lifting of the ban on Jallikattu and a ban on PETA. Well, the DMK has called for a rail blockade, while Madras High Court Advocates Association has announced the boycott of the courts in support of a statewide protest. Now, launching an attack on AIADMK-led state government, DMK Working President M.K. Stalin on Thursday said that despite the Attorney General's advice, the government is silent on the issue. On the other hand, AIADMK MP's delegation led by Lok Sabha Deputy Speaker M. Thambi Buddurai will meet Home Minister Rajnath Singh today. Meanwhile, eminent personals like chess wizard Vishwanathan Anand and music maestro A.R. Rahman will also have extended their support to the lifting of a ban on Jallikattu.
On the third day of the pro-Jallikattu protests at the Marina Beach, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister O. Selvam arrived in Delhi to urge the Prime Minister to consider an ordinance to lift the ban on the bull taming sport. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, however, indicated that the centre will not issue an ordinance, stating that the case is still under consideration by the Supreme Court.
Get any assurance from Prime Minister? You met Prime Minister. Any assurances by him on Jallikattu, sir?
Wait.
Sir, has central government promised that they'll be they'll bring this ordinance?
Good news will come.
So good news will come. Sir, you're saying good news will come. Are you suggesting that central government has agreed for an ordinance? So people are quite agitated. Yesterday also there were protests and today also.
On Thursday, PMK leader Anbumani Ramados joined a dharna outside Prime Minister Narendra Modi's residence, seeking the ordinance on Jallikattu.
We want an ordinance immediately for Jallikattu, for Tamil Nadu. These are sentiments of 9 crore people of Tamil Nadu. 5,000 years we have been following Jallikattu. Suddenly some law can't just cancel everything and say ban everything. If there are issues, sort out the issues and conduct it. That is what we are asking.
Matter is sub judice. Our Pradhamar clearly told that the government is for Jallikattu. We are in favor of Jallikattu, but at the same time, we are waiting for the judgment. Our Honorable Prime Minister has told that we are for Jallikattu. We are waiting for the opportunity.
I'm sure if the central government wants, it can bring an ordinance and then make sure that the protests and there is calm in Tamil Nadu again. But the central government does not seem to be doing anything, and already our working President, Mr. Stalin, has also said that at least the Tamil Nadu government has, like what the DMK did when there was a ban on Jallikattu, to call for an all-party leaders meeting and also to have the assembly, legislative body meet and then bring a bill.
While protesters feel the Selvam government is taking steps to bring back Jallikattu, they say they will not leave the protest venue in Chennai till the ban is lifted. The protesters, who are mostly young students and professionals, are using social media to increase their outreach. At stake, they say, are Tamil culture and its pride.
The Tamil Nadu is the like a state where they follow the Pongal celebrations and all with the Jallikattu. From past few years there was no kind of Jallikattu, but now they need it because it's their like heart and soul. They want to do it something for there.
We want to save our culture. It is coming from 5,000 years ago. It is our Jallikattu. We want Jallikattu.
In recent days, it is, 3,000 years back it has been started, and nobody can stop this. And we want our rights back.
Animal rights activists claim that organizers of Jallikattu drug the bulls to make them unsteady and throw chili powder in their faces to agitate them.
The people who are protesting are not aware of what is the situation, what is the information all about, which basically means we have a Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, which very clearly says that you cannot cause unnecessary suffering to animals. The same act also says you cannot have animal fighting. This is considered as an act of cruelty. Photographic evidence and the video evidence gathered by Animal Welfare Board of India very clearly shows that the cruelty is inherent. You cannot regulate it. Eventually you have to force the bull to run out of the body vessel so that people can pounce on him. So torture is not only in terms of poking them with knife and injuring them, but also inducing them fear. The mental torture is as important as physical torture.
चीफ मिनिस्टर हो या प्रधानमंत्री हो, इन सारों को संविधान ने बनाया है. तो ना ही चीफ मिनिस्टर ना प्रधानमंत्री संविधान के ऊपर है. रिलीजन हो, कल्चर हो, ये सारी चीजें हैं जो संविधान की जो बाउंड्रीज हैं उनके बिल्कुल अंदर होना चाहिए. कोई नहीं कह रहा है कि रिलीजियस ना हो, लेकिन इन हर एक रिलीजियस की जो प्रथा होती है वो बदलती जाती है और यहाँ पे कोर्ट ने बोला है उसे बदलनी चाहिए.
Hearing the matter on Thursday, the Supreme Court said the issue of protecting the agitating supporters of the bull taming sport could be raised before the Madras High Court. The spontaneous uprising that has resonated across the state has so far been peaceful, but authorities seem worried over the continuing arrival of more people at the Marina Beach. With inputs from Pranav Goswami in Delhi, Bureau Report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And in Breakfast News, time for a very short break. We'll be back with more news.
I was involved in the development almost all the missile systems which our country is seeing, like Agni series of missiles, Prithvi. We are famous for making the world best missile system. So I take pride in developing and delivering the world superfast supersonic cruise missile called BrahMos. We wanted to enhance the capabilities of a soldier.
Watch Eureka with Dr. Sudhir Mishra, CEO and MD at BrahMos Aerospace, only on Rajya Sabha Television.
Welcome back after the break. Now, with almost 61,000 cases pending in the Supreme Court, now CJI JSK on Thursday said that the apex court is on a fast track to dispose of old cases and assured the litigants that their listed matters will not get deleted. Now, within a fortnight of taking over as the CJI, Justice Kehar has revived the social justice bench that was created by former Chief Justice H.L. Dattu in December 2014. Well, the bench will now either sit on Monday or Friday post-lunch. The Social Justice Bench decides on social issues ranging from a strengthening of public distribution system and drought situation to slaughterhouses, night shelters, health, hygiene and trafficking of children. The Supreme Court, which is 8 short of the sanctioned strength of 31 judges, is reeling under pendency of over 60,500 cases. The court said this while a lawyer mentioned his matter and urged that it should not get deleted from the list before it is heard. And Delhi Police Commissioner Alok Kumar Verma has been appointed as the new CBI Director. Well, his name was cleared by a 3-member selection panel headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and comprising Chief Justice of India J.S. Kehar and Congress leader in Lok Sabha Mallikarjun Kharge as members. Now, Kharge is understood to have recorded his dissent note on Verma's name during the meeting of the selection committee held on 16th of January on the ground that the officer had never served in CBI. Well, as the CBI chief, Verma will have a fixed 2-year tenure. The post of CBI Director, remember, was lying vacant for over 1 month following Anil Sinha's retirement on 2nd of December. Now, Verma has worked in various positions in the Delhi Police, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Puducherry, Mizoram and in the Intelligence Bureau. News from Jammu and Kashmir, where the State Assembly has unanimously passed a resolution for creating a conducive atmosphere for the return of Kashmiri Pandits to the valley. Well, the move for the resolution was initiated by former Chief Minister Omar Abdullah. He said that there was a need to rise above party politics. Now, Speaker Kavinder Gupta moved the resolution, which was passed by a voice vote. The state government has asserted that it will go ahead with the proposal of setting up transit camps for the displaced community. Now, this move is being strongly opposed by separatists and some mainstream groups as well. Now, since 1990, Kashmiri Pandits observe 19th of January as the Holocaust Day. Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti had also slammed those opposed to the transit accommodation for Kashmiri Pandits in the valley and questioned how the return of our people could bring about a demographic change.
हाउस का एक रेजोल्यूशन जाए कि हम सब सियासत से ऊपर उठ के हमारी कोशिश रहनी चाहिए कि जितने लोग इन 27 सालों में मुश्किल हालात में जान बचाने के लिए निकले हैं, हमारी मुकम्मल कोशिश रहनी चाहिए कि हम उस तरह के हालात दोबारा बनाएं तो अपने घर वापस लौट सके। इतनी गुजारिश है।
सारे हाउस की तरफ से गया है, तो दिस मीन्स कि कैसे हमारा पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम जो है वो चाहता है कि पंडित वापस आ जाएं, माइग्रेंट्स जो हो गए जिनको बहुत मुश्किल हालात में वहाँ से निकलना पड़ा, हम हमारे दिल जो कश्मीर में रहने वाले हैं, जो अभी भी वहाँ रहते हैं, मुसलमान हो, पंडित हो, सिख हो, हमारे दिल, हमारे दरवाजे उनके लिए खुले हैं।
इज्जत, मान, सम्मान के साथ कश्मीरी पंडितों की, कश्मीरी सिखों की और कश्मीर से निकले राष्ट्रवादी मुसलमानों की वापस कश्मीर में सुरक्षित घर वापसी हो, वहां अपना इज्जत के साथ और पूरी सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट के साथ वो वहां अपनी जिंदगी गुजर बसर कर सके। इस रेजोल्यूशन का भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने समर्थन किया है।
And what else is making news across the country? Let's take a look in nationwide. Ahead of the visit of Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who will be the chief guest at the 68th Republic Day Parade, India and the UAE will hold their first strategic dialogue today to discuss cooperation in key areas, including energy, trade and security. The strategic cooperation agreement is expected to be finalized during the meeting and is likely to be signed after the meeting between Prime Minister Modi and Al Nahyan. A CBI team visited the Delhi government's Directorate of Information and Publicity office on Thursday to collect documents pertaining to inquiry against the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, in alleged irregularities in the Talk to Arvind Kejriwal campaign. The agency has initiated a preliminary inquiry on the complainant of the Delhi Government Vigilance Department, alleging that despite objections from the Principal Secretary, the government went ahead with the proposal of hiring a well-known public relations company to promote the event. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh on a Thursday declared Dharamshala the second capital of the state. Now, the Chief Minister said that the city's significance and history made it a deserving candidate. The CM further added that tourism had changed the town's fortune. Time for some international news and the big story. Well, New York billionaire Donald Trump will be sworn in as the 45th President of the United States of America at noon today. Well, the swearing in will be witnessed by exiting President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Three other former presidents, George Bush, Bill Clinton and Jimmy Carter, and Trump's defeated rival Hillary Clinton. Well, the swearing in will take place on the steps of the U.S. Capitol, and it will be followed by a parade at the White House along the streets thronged with spectators. Ahead of the ceremony, Washington has been turned into a virtual fortress as nearly 9 lakh people, both supporters and opponents, are expected to converge in the U.S. Capitol for the inauguration. This despite a rain forecast this morning. Meanwhile, President Barack Obama spent his last day in office at the White House with a daily briefing and lunch with the Vice President Joe Biden. In his final news conference, Obama offered an optimistic message as the party prepares to watch Republicans reverse many of its accomplished from his tenure in the office. Meanwhile, man of the moment, Donald Trump, a Republican elected on 8th of November, arrived in Washington on Thursday with his family to kick off a weekend of festivities. In the morning, he laid a wreath at the Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia, and thereafter he attended a concert at the Lincoln Memorial on the eve of his presidential inauguration, where he pledged to unify America.
This journey began 18 months ago. I had something to do with it, but you had much more to do with it than I did. I'm the messenger. I'm just the messenger. And we were tired, and I love you. Believe me, I love you. We all got tired of seeing what was happening. And we wanted change, but we wanted real change. And I look so forward to tomorrow. We're going to see something that is going to be so amazing.
I think they need to just relax and give him a chance, because I think a lot of his programs will really pay big dividends, and I hope people will give him a chance to do a really good job for our country.
I say he's our new president. Like it or not, he's our new president. Protesting isn't going to do a thing to change that.
And our news from Africa, where tension prevails in Gambia after Adama Barrow was sworn in as the country's president. Now, country's present ruler, Yahya Jammeh, who is in power since the 1994 coup, has refused to step aside. He had initially conceded defeat to Barrow following a 1st of December election, but later he backtracked, saying that the vote was flawed. Now, Jammeh's refusal to leave office is supported by Gambia's president. But West African armies have begun an operation aimed at installing the country's new president. Now, a total of 7,000 troops from Senegal, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo and Mali would be involved in the operation. On Thursday, Senegalese troops entered Gambia in support of Barrow, who took the oath of office at the Gambian embassy in Senegal's capital. Now, Barrow is presently in Senegal and he has said that he will not return to his country until the military operation comes to an end. But the military operation has so far been halted for now, as the West African regional bloc has given Jammeh time till noon to leave office. The UN Security Council has also given the regional bloc its backing.
Hereby I make a special appeal to ECOWAS, AU and UN, particularly the Security Council, to support the government and people of the Gambia in enforcing their will, restore their sovereignty and constitutional legitimacy. I therefore call on all civilians and military personnel of the state to support my presidency, since it is built on a constitutional foundation.
We have a new president now. We are very happy. Our president is very wicked. Is AIADMK. Now we have our president is Barrow, Alaji Mr. Barrow.
The dictator is out. Yeah. Every time oppressing people. But he's still there. He's still there. You know. No, it's a question of time. Yeah. Yeah. Just flush him out. We'll soon flush him out. Yeah. Believe me. Yeah.
Now to some cricket news now. Well, India has clinched the three-match series at 2-0 after defeating England by 15 runs in the second one-day international at the Baramati Stadium in Cuttack last night. Well, India compiled a massive total of 381 for 6 after being put into bat on a flat track. In reply, England, despite skipper Morgan's 102, could only manage 366 for 8 in the stipulated 50 overs. In the Indian innings, the centuries of Yuvraj Singh as well as Mahendra Singh Dhoni helped the team recover from a precarious 25 for 3 inside 5 overs, while the two added 256 runs for the 4th wicket. Yuvraj Singh made 150, which was his 14th ODI 100. It was also his career best knock in the one-day internationals. Well, Dhoni scored 134, which was his 10th ODI 100. Yuvraj Singh was adjudged the man of the match. Earlier, India pulled off an incredible 3-wicket win over England in the first one-day international match in Pune, and now the third and the final game will be played in Kolkata on 22nd of January.
I think उन्होंने realize किया कि I was getting boundaries. He was just there rotating the strike, और हमने कोशिश की कि हम एक 25 रन की पार्टनरशिप बनाएं, फिर 50 रन की. एक बार 50 रन की पार्टनरशिप हो गई तो उसके बाद हम चाहते थे कि हम थोड़ा गेम और लंबा लेके जाएं और 100 रन की पार्टनरशिप कोशिश करें, 75 to 100 runs. So I think once that happened, उसके बाद we were both set.
Produce our best performance or anywhere near best performance with the ball this game and the last, which is disappointing. So yeah, and then chasing 380, you know, we've an incredible amount of belief in the change room, and we believed that we could chase it down. Again, we went far off, and I didn't think we batted that well.
Well, at the Australian Open, men's defending champion Novak Djokovic has suffered a shock defeat at the hands of world number 17 Denis Istomin in the second round, while women's world number 3 Agnieszka Radwanska also suffered a second round exit. Now, day 4 saw some major upsets as the defending champion and world number 2 Novak Djokovic was knocked out in the second round, while the 6-time winner struggled for rhythm as he lost to Istomin of Uzbekistan 7-6. 5-7, 2-6, 7-6, 6-4. Well, this was the first time that Djokovic lost in the second round of a Grand Slam, while since losing at Wimbledon in way back in 2008. Meanwhile, in women's singles also witnessed a shock exit as world number 3 Agnieszka Radwanska also lost in the second round. She lost to Croatia's Mirjana Lucic Baroni 3-6, 2-6. However, world number 1 Serena Williams continued her strong form to progress to the third round. The 35-year-old American, who is vying for her record 23rd Grand Slam title, overcame the challenge from Russian Lucy Safarova, prevailing in straight sets 6-3, 6-4.
It is unreal. So to beat Novak in 5 sets, it's a great win, you know. And I'm still feel tired a little bit, and I didn't expect what I'm doing now. So, and what I did on the court. So I like the way I am playing, and I mean, I feel just tired, and I don't think about that I win against number 2 in the world.
A day of major upsets at the Australian Open there, and with this, so we come to an end of this edition of news. Thanks for watching.